What is up, City Slickers, and welcome back to VoltEdge, where we track the political pulse. We have got a seismic upset shaking the Big Apple to its core. In a result nobody saw coming, progressive DSA firebrand Zohran Mamdani has just clinched the New York City mayoral race, toppling Andrew Cuomo's attempted comeback and becoming the first Muslim mayor in the city's history. This is not just a win, it's a political earthquake, a 20-point swing from the moderate wave of 2021. Let's break down the chaos. Polls closed on November 5th at 9 p.m. Eastern, and the numbers are staggering. A massive 3.1 million votes were cast, a 15% jump from 2021, with an incredible 85% turnout in key boroughs like Brooklyn and Queens. With 75% of precincts reporting, the Associated Press has called it, Mamdani takes it with 52% of the vote under the ranked choice system, against Cuomo's 48%. Google Trends exploded, with searches for NYC mayor election results spiking 400% as the nation watched in shock. This victory was fueled by a platform of progressive taxes, massive housing reform, and police accountability. Endorsements from heavy hitters like AOC and major labor unions like SEI, you galvanized a youth wave, with a whopping 60% of voters aged 18 to 34 turning out. This coalition of the Democratic Socialists of America, progressive activists, and organized labor proved to be an unstoppable force. Cuomo, who led in the polls as recently as September, conceded around 11 p.m., his comeback dreams shattered. Is this the dawn of a socialist NYC, or just a flash in the pan? Drop your thoughts below. Is Mamdani your mayor? Let's unpack this Empire State shakeup. So, how did Mamdani pull off this masterstroke? At just 33 years old, the Queen's Assemblyman, born in Uganda with Somali-American roots, built a powerful coalition. His campaign promised a $20 minimum wage, universal rent control to combat the city's housing crisis, and a bold plan to defund the police by 50%. The strategy was brilliant. The ranked choice voting system was key, allowing Mamdani to sweep up second-choice votes from other progressive candidates. Meanwhile, Cuomo's moderate campaign crumbled under the weight of past scandals and surprisingly low turnout in his expected strongholds like Staten Island. This isn't just a win, it's a statement. In a climate of rising anti-immigrant sentiment, New York City elected its first Muslim mayor on a promise of an NYC for all. Was this an upset or an inevitable uprising? Let me know which of his policies you're watching most closely. Of course, X, formerly Twitter, is having a complete meltdown. The progressive wing is celebrating. AOC's post declaring Zohran's win is NYC's future rent control for all rocketed to 2 million views, but the backlash is just as fierce. The New York Post is already running headlines like Socialist Mayor equals NYC's doom, warning of tax hikes and chaos. The media is totally split. CNN is calling it a blue city shift, while Fox News is predicting a crime wave from the defund police platform. Analysts can't agree either. Politico credits ranked choice voting, while The Guardian calls it a full-blown progressive revolt. Over on Reddit, the speculation is wild, with threads asking if Mamdani is the next AOC, maybe even eyeing a 2028 presidential run. The consensus, there is none. The New York Times is calling this Blue Wave 2.0, but the AP rightly points out that Cuomo's 48% shows a strong moderate hold remains. Revolution or a temporary rebound? Cast your vote in the comments. So what does this mean for the future, looking ahead to 2030? Mamdani's 52% mandate primes him for a huge budget fight over rent control and police reform, but with nearly half the city voting for a moderate, the backlash could be intense. The New York Times is already whispering about AOC as a shadow mayor, potentially positioning Mamdani for a national run in 2028. The risks are huge. Will we see crime rates climb as critics fear, or will we see a housing boom as supporters hope? One thing is certain, with voter engagement soaring, New York City politics has never been more electric. Will this be a one-term wonder, or is the empire of upsets just beginning? That's the political pulse for today. Here at VoltEdge, we'll be tracking all of Mamdani's moves and what comes next. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our next video on AOC's next play. If Mamdani's your new mayor, smash that like button, share this with a friend, and let the debate rage in the comments. Your ballot's power, VoltEdge. Thanks for watching.